Hi guys, it's JC. I am back. Today I'm going to do some channeled messages and we're just going to see what comes out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hello, I'm JC. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and psychic. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so grateful for you. I did start a TikTok channel. If you haven't followed me there yet, I would love for you to follow me there. And we're just going to get right into it. So today what I'm going to do is just pull probably from a couple different oracle decks, and then I'm gonna get into tarot and clarify if I have to. So if this message is for you, hopefully it can help you in whatever situation we're about to tap into. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher self, please guide me and protect me as I open myself as a channel and a medium, channel messages for the greatest and highest good of all those involved, as well as myself. Okay, I'm going to start with numerology. I do have my Etsy shop up now. You guys can just go on there and book readings. I wanted to do something that kind of fit everyone's budget. So there's a bunch of different readings, a lot of in-depth readings too on there. And I will be running promotional specials on a daily. So if you check the page, I might have like $2 readings or $3 readings, but I will have a quantity on those. So, all right, let's get into your message. Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do my viewers need to know? What message do you want to convey? Who needs what? Who needs what? What do you all need? Little love, little money, little career, little vacation. Why not, right? Ooh. Some of you, these cards are not wanting to usually they kind of jump out. So I feel like some of you might even be stuck on something. Surrender. Maybe you all need to surrender to the divine. Okay. Yeah, stuck on something. Maybe you just need to let something go. So I'm getting a feeling of overthinking here as well. I'm getting a little bit of tightness in my chest. So I think some of you are anxious about something, probably overthinking, or you're just thinking kind of worst case scenario in every way. To each his own, agree to disagree, different opinions, stay authentic, write your own feelings, thoughts, and opinions, accept this person for who they are and not who you want them to be. Let go of your desire to change them. Well, talking about letting go, there you go. All right, I am going to get a couple more. Hi. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What's up? I am feeling tightness in my chest, so I feel like some of you, this is something that's been stressing you out. Walking away, number 27. Okay, I'm going to pull one more from this deck. Okay, indecision, number 8. Here on the bottom of the deck, we have anxiety, number 18. Okay. I am going to get a couple more cards. I do feel like a lot of you, that tightness in the chest is anxiety about making a decision. I feel like a lot of you are stuck. Maybe I'm getting kind of Two of Wands energy. Should I stay or should I go? Kind of trying to make a plan for your future. Maybe you need to walk away from someone that you have different opinions on, or even if it's not an actual person, action. If it's not an actual person, gateway. I think it's a situation. It's taking way too much of your energy. Relaxation at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm going to get an angel oracle, and then I want to get into some tarot. Some of you need to, yeah, I'm just getting Two of Wands energy. I think there's a big decision you need to make. I think something is either not agreeing with you anymore, or there's a situation that's kind of just played something out in your life. It could have to do with a person. It could have to do, there's a lot going on here. So remain positive. Show me one more. Surrender to the divine. I feel like you guys are about to embark on a new path. There's something better. I mean, you can't make it up. Listen to your intuition. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you know what this is. I feel like there's a lot of different energies that I'm getting. For some of you, this could be a relationship. For some of you, this could be a job. It could be just an environment that isn't serving you anymore, and you are kind of stuck in this funk here. There are some things shifting, and I feel like there is a level of confusion and being torn on which way you should go, what path you should pick. But I feel like a lot of you there's something you have to walk away from, unfortunately. And I think you already know that. It's nothing new. Some of you could even just be kind of feeling this, but you haven't kind of owned up to that feeling, or like you're going to need to move forward. But it's time to take action on a new way. This is a gateway on a new way of living. Look at this unicorn. It's ready to kick up its heels and move on to the next path. The journey of this cannon is over. It's time to take kind of control. And I think your intuition, I think when it says, at the bottom of the deck, it said, listen to your intuition. I feel like a lot of you, I'm going to call you out here. I feel like your intuition has been kind of pushing this for a while now. There's something better. Remain positive. I don't think that this is going to be an easy situation to walk away from. What's going on? Jeez. I don't think this is going to be an easy situation to walk away from, but I think it's something that if this is about another person, it's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't care about them. It's that if you were in a relationship with it, sometimes, and I hate to say it, love just isn't enough. You need, someone who kind of shares your values, and you can build on foundation. Not to say that you have to have everything the same, because that's not the way it should be. You should be different in your own right. But I just think that there are too many factors here that are just, I feel like it's been a struggle for a lot of you. And I feel like you've known this and you've just tried to make it work. Whoever I'm talking to, you have to just take it how it resonates. If this is about a relationship, I do think that you have tried everything that you can to make this work. And at that point, either this other person isn't really working with you, or there are certain things that they don't want to change or that they don't believe in. I'm getting a vibe that some of you actually want to get married, and the person that you're with, and you could have been with them for a long time, maybe they don't believe in marriage even after they think it's stupid, or they don't want to do it, or it's just something like that. But it's also really important to you because you're like, well, I want the piece of paper, or I want to have that ceremony, or it's like something like that. It's something that, and on top of that, I feel like a lot of you you've had this intuition and sense that there's something that's not quite right. And you probably have felt it within your gut, and you get this kind of it can be really good, but how much have you had to sacrifice, and how much has the other person had? And I'm not talking that it should be all this sacrifice in a relationship, but there should be an equal give and take here. You should compromise. You should talk about things. And if somebody is like, you know what, that's just the way it is, I'm not going to change it, and it's something that is really important to you, then obviously that's not going to match up. And if this person doesn't want to have kids and you want to have kids, then, and they're like, no, I don't want to have kids. Maybe they already have kids and they're like, I can't have any more kids. I don't want any more kids. I'm over that point in my life. But you're like, I really want to be a mother or a father or whatever the case may be. Like, that's something, if you really want that, that's something that's really important to you. It's time to make the decision to be like, maybe this isn't my person then. Maybe, and it sucks. It really sucks. And it's a hard thing to do, but I do feel like a lot of you have been having this kind of, this feeling that it's like good, you know, even if you have a good relationship and you care about this person, you love them. If this is a relationship, I'm using this as an example. This could even be a work opportunity. Like, yeah, work's cool, but if it's not stimulating you or making you happy or making you want to, you know, be inspired in any way, and it's just draining you and you're just like, it's meh. Like, and I just thought this was going to be more, and I just am kind of getting into the same routine, whatever the case may be. I just feel like a lot of you have had this kind of, it's like a nagging little feeling. And I feel like over time, all these little things have come up that have kind of just added to it. So it's kind of made you be like, is this even for me? Is this something that I have needed, you know, slowly but surely, that I've kind of known, but things just aren't getting better. I thought things were going to improve or whatever the case may be, and it hasn't. And I feel like it's time for you to make the decision whether you were just going, you shouldn't have just deal, or, sorry, my music might be a little bit loud. There might be a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like this has kind of been in the back of your mind for a little bit. I don't think this is something new. I think you're getting to the point of where you need to either walk away or you need to, because you don't want to, if it's something that, because I do feel like this is not a small thing. I think it's a very big thing. I think it's a big thing that's in a life, in a big part of your life. I think it's a thing that you have invested a lot of time into already. Maybe things haven't worked out exactly the way you are, but there's something, I'm just getting this like little, something's just not totally right. Like you're kind of questioning, like, I feel like it should feel different. And I feel like you have kind of pushed away some of your feelings, or you've kind of just dealt with it, or you're like, oh, you know, it's just, maybe they'll change their mind, you know, in a couple of years or whatever. And now a couple of years has shown up and you're still in the same place. So the thing is even though this is going to be a very, like, you can respect this person, you can love this person, if it's a relationship, you can still care for them, but I just don't think that, and for those of you that are still here, you know what I'm talking about. You know who you are. There is something that has been kind of making you think about going on a different route, because this isn't kind of totally matching up with what you maybe even envisioned, or maybe it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel totally right. And I'm not saying it's totally wrong and everything has to be perfect all the time, because it's not going to be perfect. But I just feel like there's a lot of things that you have pushed down, or you have just accepted that, or had to compromise or kind of miss out on, that were really important to you, and you either didn't do anything about it, or you didn't, I'm getting that you didn't want to make a big deal out of it. It's because a lot of you are very caring people. You're people pleasers for sure. I think that you probably dealt with a lot of things so you wouldn't have to make, if this is a relationship situation. I think that a lot of you probably had a couple conversations with this person and they're not going to budge. And even though they know how much it means to you, you just kind of dealt with it, but it's getting to a point where you can't deal with it anymore. Just like in your job, you're like, this is a good, a decent job, but maybe some of the people that you work with just talk shit about each other all day, and you're you're just like, oh, it's just so much gossip when I walk into work, or it's so much bullshit or so much extra bullshit that shouldn't be there. And it could be a cool place to work, and it's just like the toxicity of it, or you just don't feel right there, or you don't feel like you're living your purpose. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's just like, this might have worked, whatever the situation is, might have worked at a point in your life, but people evolve and they change. And this isn't going to be something that's easy to walk away from, but I feel like there's like, it's like almost like a sickening feeling, because you almost know what you need to do, but you're just not ready to like fully either let it go or make that decision, or you're just not ready to take those steps yet. And I think this message is for just kind of validation, like there's something better. You deserve better, and no matter what. And I think, and that's where to each his own comes in as well, because I think it's not only that, to respect that other person's feelings and, you know, or it's just like a company's way of doing things, or, I mean, whatever the case is, okay, you have to take it how it resonates, but it's time to, like, the divine is like, this is not your path. You're not totally as happy as you can be. And it's time for you to go. And that's sometimes hard, because, you know, if you're dealing with a person, it's not like you're just breaking up them. It's like you're breaking up with their family and all the friends that you guys made together. And I mean, and sometimes it doesn't affect you that much, but as someone who's been through a divorce, you're gonna, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people that you are gonna lose if that's the case. Now, I'm just using it as an excuse, or not an excuse, just an example, not an excuse. But it's time to take action on that. And I think that there's a level of unhappiness that you're at, and it's going to be difficult, but the divine has a better plan for you. It is right here in just these two cards. Surrender to the divine, and you know, there's something better. And I think there's a little part of you that kind of knows that, or is now just getting curious, maybe even just a little bit of like, what if I wasn't in this situation? Where could I be? Where would I be? And I think a lot of you have been kind of thinking about that, and it hasn't been something that has been new at all. I think this is something that's kind of over time. I'm just getting the feeling that some of you might even daydream a little bit. I mean, even though this is number 8 is indecision, it's also the card of manifestation. I think that you have been thinking about how different your life could be if you weren't in this situation. So let's just pull, I do want to pull some tarot. It's going to be okay, guys, seriously. But I think that there's a reason why this is happening, and it's because you could be so much happier. Like, look at this freaking unicorn. It's like, woo, let's get it. Let's go. Black on the back of that. You know, it's time for an adventure. It's time for something new. It's time to explore what could be new, you know? So, Spirit, let's do advice. What advice do you have for them, my viewers? You need a hug, and it is going to be okay, I promise you. But I think you need to listen to your intuition for sure. And if something isn't serving you anymore, strength. Like, cannot make this shit up. Strength and courage to carry on. Have the strength, have the courage, have compassion for yourself. Because you're about to go, it's time to take action. It's time to make, you know, a transformation. What other advice do you have for them? What other advice do you have for them? I feel like there's a lot of different energies here. Like I said, King of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you, it's time to like really kind of lock, you know, the King of Pentacles is somebody who, you know, really works on his, is very focused on his coin, right? He's also really, you know, in his long-term stability. Some of you might be earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or you might be dealing with one. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. I mean, the cards don't lie. The energy doesn't lie either. The 10 of Wands is something, you know, this person is overburdened, overworked. This person is holding so much responsibility, they can't see where they're going. Okay? I'm just curious. That's what's on the top of the deck. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. This is a new start, a new beginning. The universe being like, here, you got yourself out of the situation that you weren't happy in, and we're going to give you a brand new beginning. Something tangible, something that you can hold in your hand. You know, here's a big ass gold coin. We're giving it to you. This is something that's going to, I feel like is really going to change your life. What else do you have for the viewer or about this message? What did I say? Transformation, death card. Did I not call that? I mean, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because the energy is here. The cards are here. I think you have been in a state of limbo. The Hangman is being in limbo, hanging out. He's not stuck in this tree, or the hang one, I should say, in this deck. This person can get themselves out. They just choose to kind of stay there. But the hang one is also somebody who has a shift in perspective, you know, perspective. And I think that's, you know, something that you should pay attention to too, because I feel like a lot of you have been feeling it, and now things are starting to either happen more. That's kind of like the cherry to the sun, you know, top of the sundae, and it just keeps kind of adding and snowballing. The thing is, if you don't do something about this, the universe is going to be like, all right, we're going to get you out of this happy, you know, this being not as happy as you should be, or not living your purpose like you should be, because, you know, you should be happier. This is not serving you at all. This is not your full potential of happiness. And they're going to throw a tower moment in there, and then everything's going to be really fucked up. I'm warning you, if you don't take care of shit on your own, and you kind of, if you just keep pushing down all these little problems, the tower is going to fall down, and it's because, and you're going to have to start all over from scratch. You know, the divine has a better, the divine, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, okay, there is a bigger purpose for you, and it's going to be more, it's going to give you more happiness, and it's going to be exactly, it's going to be just conform to you instead of something that just looks good on paper, okay? And this is going to be something that you can grow in, and it's for you, truly. Whether it's, like I said, a job, maybe it's a new home, maybe it's a new relationship, and I know it sucks because it's hard to make this decision and be like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I love you and I care for you, but I gotta go. This isn't working out. I'm not happy. You're not changing anything, and I can't be the only one to work on it, right? So we have the Death card, which is transformation. This is closing out a cycle. Big time transformation, and it's to rebuild. This is the Three of Pentacles. Some of you might be even being like, I thought this job was going to make me happy. It's not making me happy. And you're going to go back to school and become a student again and be like, you know what? I've always wanted to do this. I'm just going to go and do it. And you're going to be able to rebuild. And what you're going to be able to rebuild is going to be solid. You know, Three of Pentacles also kind of like building that structure to get to the Ten of Pentacles. Will you have to start over? Yeah, a little bit. Three of Pentacles is also kind of representative of a community card, which, you know, rely on whoever your closest friends. Maybe it's a new community you need to put yourself into. in order to get through this transformation, whatever it may be. So I am going to get you a closing card. This is from the Isis deck for just a little bit of more encouragement, because I feel like a lot of you guys need it. There is something better, but you're the only person that is going to make that decision. And I want you to really think about it. If you had to hang out in your own thoughts, really think about it. Really think about where your life could be, or if you weren't living in the situation or whatever this applies to, what do you think that you could be open to? Or what do you think it could open you to without being connected to this? Okay? Because fate has just another plan for you, and that's why this has been, you know, kind of wearing on you, and I feel like it's only going to amplify. So think about what you want, and think about the actions that you have to take in order to get there, or to a place that you feel comfortable in. So this is too many cards. I'm just like, I guess it's only 3. I'm going to start with this one. It says, High Priestess, a mystery is to be unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and what purpose. So if some of you, you're not sure and you're just like, I don't know what to do other than what I'm doing. Maybe you will get some clarity or something that is going to just kind of, you know, give you a little nudge forward in order to make a decision. Next we have Abundance of Solstice. Abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsibly, flowing to you in many forms over and over again. This is kind of like a little crop too. All right, last one. I wasn't going to read all, but you know, there's your card. It says, Serpent of Fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You're stronger and more powerful than you ever have before. You need to learn to afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. See? But I'm going to leave your reading there. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, I'm going to still keep my email just to make sure my Etsy shop works, but my Etsy shop is below. You can go on there and book a reading. Until then, thank you. I'm sending you all my love, and thank you. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.